Hi, and welcome to this live video. My name is Michelle, and I have my doctorate in physical therapy, and I am a personal trainer and yoga teacher. And I am so glad that you can join me today. So, today I'm going to be talking about consistency and my top tips to stay consistent to reach those goals that you want to. So, I'm going to start with the definition of insanity. So, insanity is doing something over and over again, but expecting different results. So, if you keep doing the same thing, you start something, then you stop, you aren't going to get the results that you want. So I want us to be very intentional today as we're thinking about this and thinking about what we want so that we can stay consistent and actually get there. So if you have any questions along the way or any comments, just go ahead and put that down below. So one of the first things I want you to think of is, what is your goal? Where do you see yourself in a year from now in your health? Where do you want to go? And you can close your eyes and take a nice deep breath and just think what you really want for yourself and your health. And then I want us to be very specific, and I want those habits to get there to be doable. So I'm going to be talking about helping you to create habits. So we're not going to create a goal like, I want to lose 10 pounds. We're going to create habits, things that we're actually going to do every day to get us there. So when you start, I want you to think of 1 to 3 habits that you can do to help reach that goal. So it could be like drinking more water, it could be eating more vegetables, it could be not eating chips, not eating cookies, and it's just really personal. So really think, what do you need at the season of your life right now? So as we go through different seasons with the ages of our kids or whatever we're doing in our career, we can do different things in our life and some things we can't. So be very specific what those habits can be for you right now in your life. And I want you to make sure that that habit's doable. So it might be a little hard to do, it's going to be a change, but you're going to be able to do it. So we don't want to make a goal or a habit that is like way out of our reach and we're not going to be successful because we won't be consistent when we do that. So going back to that goal and where you see yourself, I want to envision your why. So why would it be worth it if you could reach that goal? What would make it worth it? That you could run and play with your kids, that you would have more energy, that you would feel great. And really just think about that and allow those feelings to just sort of set in, because that's what you ultimately want. And then the next, I want you to think about what you can do to set yourself up for success. So a lot of the times we think of these real lofty goals that we want to do, and we're not really setting ourselves up for success. So what do you need to do? What obstacles do you think that you are going to have? Maybe you've tried to do something similar before, and then you got stuck on an obstacle. You might have that same bump. So beforehand, right now, plan that out. How can you get over this challenge? When this comes up, or I don't have time to make dinner, what am I going to do? So if we don't have that backup plan with those habits, then we may be setting ourselves up for failure. So in order for us to stay consistent, we got to think ahead of time, what's going to come up? What's going to be hard about this new habit that I want to create? And then once you've done that, on a scale of 1 to 10, I want you to think how committed you are to that habit. So maybe you decided that you are going to have 2 vegetables at lunch and dinner. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how committed are you? 1, not at all. 2 is, I'm going to crush this. Or sorry, 10 is, I'm going to crush this. So sort of thinking where you are. And I really want you to be an 8 or higher. I want you to be committed, and I want you to feel like you can do it. Because if you're not, you're probably not going to stick with it, and you're not going to be consistent, and then you're going to be teaching your brain, I can't do this. So I want you to have that confidence, and I want you to be committed before you even start that habit. So let's say you're less than an 8, then maybe you need to go back and think why. Maybe because you're worried about what you're going to do when you get home late. Or maybe you're not going to have vegetables prepared, and you know you're just going to grab that bag of chips. So really going back and thinking those obstacles and what you can do to set yourself up. Or maybe after you've gone through that and you're like, I still only feel like I'm a 5. Maybe you need to change your habit. Maybe you need to go back and make it something that is a little more doable for your life right now. So through this, you're being very intentional and you're being very specific what you're going to do to reach those goals. So some other tips that you can do is whenever you're doing a habit, I like to have a checklist, or there's apps you can use, or even a calendar. So I used to print out a monthly calendar and I would write down each day what my workout was because I just wanted to vary it. So you could write your habit on there, you could write your workout if you're trying to work out every day or however you want to do it, but have something where you can write it down or check in each day if you are doing those habits so that you can see your success. Maybe you can see where you're struggling and what you need to tweak. Another way to stay accountable is to post on social media. So use your Facebook page or whatever it is to post your sweaty selfie or your healthy meal and get that encouragement from your friends. And you'll also be that encouragement to other people as you are sharing on social media and holding yourself accountable. Um, the other way to stay accountable is to find an accountability partner. So maybe a friend or someone else who wants to get healthy and you guys can share your habits and encourage you. Because that's really hard when you're starting something new, is just staying accountable and sticking with it. And obviously, as a coach and personal trainer, that is a lot of what I do is holding people accountable and helping them make these habits that are doable and encouraging them to stick with them and working out when things get hard. Um, so the other thing I want you to think about is if you're going to need support. So maybe if you're going to create these new habits and start changing these things in your lifestyle, what support do you need? Are you going to need help in cleaning your house? Are you going to need to hire someone or get your kids or spouse to help more? Are you going to need to make sure that you're having meals planned each week or each month? Do you need a coach to help you stay accountable? So sort of figuring out what support you're going to need to set yourself up success, because we want to teach your brain that yes, you can do this. I can set myself up for success. I can reach these goals. And I just want to encourage you that when you are starting something new, that it can be really hard. So we have these loops and these habits in our brain, and that is what we're used to. So when we start trying to do a new habit or something new, it takes a lot of energy and it's really hard. But if you can stick with it for 2 or 3 months, you will notice that it will start to get easier. So in order to stay consistent, just starting really intentional, very specific about what you want to do, and really sticking with that for 2 or 3 months, and then you'll start to see a little more ease in that habit. And because we get a new neural pathway in our brain that tells us that is what we are doing. So I would love to hear down below if you guys want to comment and tell me what stood out to you most today, what tip or something that maybe you didn't think of before. And I would also love for you to comment down below. If you are going to create a new habit, is to put that comment down below. I would love to hear it. So this is all for today. I hope you guys have a great week. And if you're looking for some accountability or a coach, go ahead, send me a message, and I would love to set up a free call and work with you. All right, have a great day.